Okay, and of course, we have to talk about Blizzard because, Blizzard is Blizzard. Activision Blizzard may have found a way to wriggle out of the California lawsuit. Activision Blizzard has requested extra time to investigate potential DFE-age ethics violation. Dude, imagine the arrogance, the absolute arrogance on Blizzard to just go like, hey, we think these people are not being ethical. They're not being very ethical. There's like a picture of someone with a suitcase that's got like a bunch of lube and a butt plug in it, and that person is pointing at the DFE-age going like, I don't think this person's very ethical. What the hell? Anyway, Activision Blizzard, embroiled in legal wranglings over alleged appalling work conditions for its staff, has requested additional time to investigate and potentially disqualify the California Department of Fair and Equal Housing from its ongoing legal battle with the agency. This is on account of potential ethics violations in its other ongoing legal battle with the California Department of Fair and Equal Housing. This is likely very bad for the DFE-age's prospects in both cases. The legal cases against Activision Blizzard were once upon a time about the alleged years-long harassment of its employees, alleging horrendous treatment of female employees, sexual harassment, and psychological trauma. Somehow it has now become about two warring parties, which I think that, I'm not sure if they got something wrong here, but the other, there's another agency that, I forget what the other agency is, but they're the ones who are like settling with Blizzard to the tune of like $18 million, which, by the way, I was watching Hogue Law the other day, and apparently of those $18 million, it's not even like Blizzard has to pay the EEOC, these guys. Out of those $18 million that they're trying to settle with the EEOC, it's not even that they have to pay $18 million. They have to set up a fund of $18 million to which they themselves can apply to get some of that money for workplace initiatives to improve their workplace. When I heard that, I was like, wait, what? They can do what? Dude, this has become such a fucking joke. This is just such this would actually be funny if it wasn't the fact that these are people's lives that you're fucking with. Anyway, about two warring parties supposedly both attempt to demonstrate these issues in an elaborate legal spat that could end up hurting everyone involved except the lawyers' bank accounts. The DFE-age recently attempted to intervene in a settlement between the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission and Activision Blizzard. This was the one that they were going to settle for $18 million. In doing so, the agency opened the door to an opposition from the EEOC, which claimed multiple ethics violations within the DFE-age surrounding the two former EEOC lawyers working on the case. Activision Blizzard has now used these claims to call for a stay in proceedings in its own case with the DFE-age. Activision Blizzard also requests that if the claims are found to be true, that the DFE-age be disqualified from its own trial. So basically, it's kind of like this. For those of you that haven't been following this company, EEOC, was also suing Activision Blizzard. I don't remember exactly why, but it's also involved. Wasn't this the one about the shareholders? I don't know, but either way, this other company was also suing Blizzard, and Blizzard settled with them out of courts. You know, basically, this was the part where Bobby Kotick just went and said, I'm going to give you, he turned to the EEOC and he said, I'm going to give you $18 million to fuck off. And the EEOC was like, sure, that's good. And then the DFE-age was like, hey, you can't do that. That's going to fuck up our case. And then the EEOC said, but you guys are not being very ethical in your case because there's lawyers who've been involved in other proceedings, basically a bunch of legal mumbo jumbo, where basically now the DFE-age's case is being brought into question. And the worst part about all of this is that you have the Blizzard employees that are trying to get their situations improved, and the only thing that Blizzard is doing is replacing women with bowls of fruit and removing jokes from the game. Okay? So, continuing. Claim multiple ethics violations within the DFEH surrounding two former EEOC, because these two lawyers used to work at EEOC and then they swapped to DFEH, and now it's like there's a big mess. Activision Blizzard now has used these claims to call for stay in proceedings in its own case. Activision Blizzard also requested most of Activision Blizzard's evidence and argument resembles the oppositions made by the EEOC, including the claim that DFEH's entire investigation could be tainted by the potential ethics violations. The motion was also filed ex parte, meaning that it could potentially skip the standard legal process on account of its urgency. This comes after the DFEH's own attempt at an ex parte intervention, which was denied by the courts. Let me tell you guys something, okay? The American speed actually apparently... The American justice speed actually is really fast when compared to the Portuguese one, okay? Because if you're talking about Portugal, this whole thing would be settled in about 20 fucking years. And I might actually be exaggerating in terms of how fast things would go. 20 years is like a really speedy average of how fast this thing would get solved under Portuguese courts. Just to give you guys an idea of how Portuguese law works, okay? Anyway, in addition to the EEOC's ethical complaints, Activision Blizzard also argues that the DFEH should be disqualified on account of its communications with Activision Blizzard employees regarding their rights to external counsel. The company alleges that DFEH warned employees against finding their own lawyer in favor of cooperating with the DFEH's own investigation. Are they not allowed to do that? I don't know. I don't know how that works. With two alleged ethics violations under its belt, both of which could disqualify the agency should the judge grant the stay of proceedings, things are not looking good for the DFEH. In fact, this may be its worst case scenario. This could shred the DFEH's case, and in doing so allow Activision Blizzard to get out of this nightmare with little more than a meager settlement, and what many might suggest would be a complete lack of justice for its employees. Amazing. Amazing, dude. There you go. Dude, there you go. Didn't I tell you that Activision Blizzard was going to try to sweep this under the rug? That they would use every legal trick in the book? Although I'll tell you what, this is the DFEH's fault in a lot of ways. Is Blizzard dicking over people's lives? Fuck yeah, they are. That's been pretty much, a given at this point, considering all of the walkouts and all of the situations with employees that have stepped forward and talked about the appalling working conditions, the sexual harassment, all this other bullshit, right? So it's like, is Blizzard in the wrong? Yes. But the DFEH is doing a terrible job of actually presenting their case and opening themselves to basically let Blizzard go. But then again, what else can you expect from, people that work for the state, right? Because this is California Department of Agency Fair and Equal Housing. These people work for the government. It is what it is. I guess when it comes to government, in most countries, the ineptitude of its employees is always something that ends up rearing its ugly head. It's a damn shame, but, this whole situation looks like it's going to just wash away. People are going to keep buying Blizzard games. People are going to keep playing Blizzard games. And none of this is actually going to matter. None of this is actually going to matter. There you go.